Potiphar was someone else.
What are you trying to reference here?
The first Samuel? Or... No, it was one of the kings. I don't know. Just, let's see. I don't even remember if it was Elijah or Elisha. But one of them went up to a woman, asked her for some food. She was like, I don't have any food other than this, so I'll use it to feed you. And so then it was like, okay, so for your feeding me the food, even though you had none, then you're going to get a lot of jars of oil. And so the jar of oil just never ran out of oil until she ran out of jars. And she would use that to sell so she could buy more food for her and her son.
Nice. You know, I think this is the decorative change that shows how close you are to the scrapper route. Just how much of you is floating off into the void.
Yeah. Hey there, Mickey. The Mad Doctor. If you're going out there, yep, you get what you're yucking deserve.
Okay, well.
Do you get what that's referencing?
I think so, but I'm probably wrong.
What?
Isn't there that murderous, goofy cartoon thing?
No. It's, someone dubbed over the Joker movie with Goofy.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I can see that would be a thing.
Careful, Mickey. If your thinner touches the beam, then you'll get exactly what you want to do. Murder! Oswald isn't Blue Toad. Mickey is Blue Toad. Go watch his video to find the context.
Yep. So, we need a wrench to get to Mickey Junk Mountain.
Or we can,
No, we need the wrench.
Or we can buy a spare at Home Depot.
We only have so many gremlins here.
Yes, but, I mean, come on.
Also,
at this point, it's best to just, what's the word? Buy your own wrench, and then you can have your own wrench when you get out of Wasteland.
If Mickey was smart, he wouldn't be here in the first place.
Well, now it's his time to learn his lesson.
Also, remember to get the power sparkler that's on top of the gag factory.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that.
You were the one who reminded me, saying that it's the only part of the game that you remember, and you forgot.
I mean, it's one of those things that's like, oh yeah, not, oh, I need to look out for this.
What car?
If you don't drive, let's see.
No.
If you don't drive, you'll never arrive.
You know, Mickey would make sure that his house is the only one that's painted.
The telephone thinks you can keep my wrench. He's not even a gremlin. I respect that. Back, can I go in and get my wrench?
Outstanding.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Sure, Mr. Vampire. Ah, we are back a bit. Anyway, keep my So I have a wrench, and then it'll immediately
give him the wrench. What? Why don't we just get? Why doesn't he just keep the wrench?
Yeah, and then you could fix this thing, and I wouldn't have to talk to you. Speedrun strats. Oh, bunny children may look becoming, and when they see a splatter, puncture, right? I vaguely recall the old Craig therapy used to be somewhere.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the accent, but I'm going to butcher it horribly, which will just make it even better.
Oh, what accent?
The card accent that you did.
Oh, yeah, I had like 3 different accents.
Luckily, I won't really need to do much. I can just say 2 words. You
shall die.
Unfortunately, you cannot kill the bunny children.
Hey, look at that. I opened up Cocoa Melon. Now all the kids are addicted.
Even your enemies.
Excuse me, we need to use our...
Grinding up the mountain? Sure, if it worked. You may have noticed the bunny children. They just like spatters, which doesn't go, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Anyway, there should be some TVs nearby. They need them to activate. Yeah, I have no idea what accent I did, but it was definitely terrible. What happens if you try...
Time has slowed down.
Okay, it's 726. What happens if you try to dial that?
726?
Yes. Nothing.
You said nothing before I even hit 6.
Yes, because there's two distinct sounds that it makes. There's the failure and the success, so you can easily guess what the correct number is.
So are those bunny children the offspring of Oswald and Ozzelina?
I think so. Pretty sure that's what it says in the sequel.
So, how long have they been motherless?
Probably since the Thinner disaster. So...
And I'm willing to bet Oswald has been a horrible father.
Yeah.
Since he makes them live in a literal trash pile.
I'm willing to bet that he hasn't made them live here that long, just mainly since the Thinner disaster caused him to go... Oh. He's
Espresso depresso.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You shall do this. I shall turn you against your brethren. And then I shall leave you two to be.
Ah, I missed that.
I say yes. And where's no? And I say yes. And I
Hey,
say
you're
no.
losing your guardians.
Oh, you're right.
That doesn't work. Wait, there is actually an Epic Mickey 3?
I think it's for the 3DS.
It's also on the Switch.
Oh.
Hold on.
Is it released yet?
Yeah, it was released back in 2017 apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, Epic Mickey 3, The Battle of Wasteland is the last Epic Mickey game. It was released on November 22nd, 2017 for the Switch, PS4, Xbox One X, Steam, and Windows.
Well then.
This game's on Steam?
Looks like this series is going to be a bit longer than we thought.
Yes.
So, what do you say? Buy a legit copy or piracy?
Legit copy.
Okay.
I'm going paint route after all.
Oh, Fantasia.
Yeah. So
Orange Fanta.
there's the TV.
And would you look at that? The crane now works.
Okay, so there is a code on the phone. I'll not tell you what any of the digits are. But I will say this. Prime, square, square. Just hit random buttons and see what happens.
See, prime number, square number, square number. So let's see. You said it wasn't 224, so let's see. Okay, so 2, 2, 9.
I said prime, square, square.
Oh,
Two
prime,
is
square.
not.
Okay, 2, 4, 4.
No.
2, 4.
No, you can already tell from the tone.
Oh.
See?
So I got an animatronic bird. You know, I used to be afraid of birds.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I still have a fear of chickens. But my fear of birds went away after I prayed. I was literally like, God, I'm done being afraid of birds. Can you please make me stop being afraid of birds? And then I woke up the next morning and I wasn't afraid of birds.
Okay then.
That's a spladoosh. They tend to sleep, and that's a good thing. When they're awake, they're very excitable and will literally explode when agitated. And believe me, you'd agitate them. Luckily, they can't move. At all. He's
Just wait
sleeping.
until you find one on a minecart.
He's sleeping. Just edge forward and... Geronimo! Geronimo!
Hey, they deal more than 1.1
Geronimo!
damage. I better run away.
See? I just got knocked back from that one. Geronimo! Okay. And now I'm all but 1 health. Geronimo! And that was just knocked back. Anyways, let's open this door that you didn't open, but you somehow glitched through.
It wasn't a glitch so much as just...
You glitched the camera through it
Yeah.
due to the camera having a set location.
Yes. So the dangerous parts of this factory are still running.
I somehow managed to do exactly what you did and succeed.
Yes.
Hey, guess what?
It makes sense that they explode when they die.
Well, I thought I would disintegrate their body, therefore causing gunpowder inside of them to no longer function as powder.
They don't have gunpowder in their bodies.
How do you know?
Because they... It's a children's game.
Yeah? Well, so is, I don't know. So is Kirby's Adventure, and they use guns in that.
Do they have creatures with gunpowder in their body?
No, but Minecraft does, and lots of kids play that.
You mean creepers, and they just drop gunpowder.
Actually, now that I think about it, there are enemies that do have gunpowder inside of them in Kirby's Adventure.
Oh.
At least they would have to do what they do. Mainly Bomber, but even technically Kirby would have gunpowder inside of him when he has the bomb copy ability. Even though that's not in Adventure.
Yeah, also Crash would be mostly gunpowder.
I don't think Crash is gunpowder. Crash is
Remember, there is a silver pin in this area.
Crash is an energy burst attack. In the original, he was just running around and killed everyone with his speed. So, have you ever heard of Word Girl?
My mother has one comic taped to her computer, and that's all I know.
One comic?
Yes. Shoot, which one is it? I believe it's the one about using complicated words.
Okay.
I cannot remember it specifically.
So, I recently got into Word Girl, thanks to the YouTube algorithm.
Why would the YouTube algorithm suggest word girl?
So, basically, have you heard of Martha Speaks?
No?
Okay, Martha Speaks is a cartoon about words and a talking dog. And, why did I do that? And so, that recently got into meme culture because, the line Martha was an average dog. She went rough and gur. During the opening of the intro was so memeable that they just, turned it into a meme where they would substitute gur with something else. Or something along those lines.
Rough and...
Rough and... What you know about rolling down in the deep. So, So that came into meme culture, and then because it's a PBS Kids show, and YouTube recommends PBS Kids shows to people who watch PBS Kids shows, Word Girl popped up.
Okay then.
So, I've been recently watching a lot of those videos. I've got to say, as an adult, it is much better than I remember.
That checks out. Remember, it's 512.
You will die. Your friends will die. BT will have his blood. Have I told you about that thing yet?
Blue Toad will have his blood. Wait, what? Just hit random buttons until you don't hear a dial tone?
349512. Looks like that may have been a valid code, Mickey.
Implying more than one. Maybe that's why it didn't work the first time, or on the third time I tried it.
The thirst time.
Hey, there, you missed content.
I know. So, guess what, buckaroo? You are now dead. Consider yourself dead. I will let you fill out your death certificate before I kill you, but go ahead and fill it out. I don't have all day. You got it filled out yet? Alright. Any last words? Fine by me. Alright, any last words? I assume you got your death certificate filled out. If you haven't, then sucks to be you.
Just knock them into the thinner pool. It should be fine.
Thinner literally kills them. So anyways, as I was saying about Word Girl, so I saw some clips and I decided to evaluate exactly how strong and how fast she is. So after losing her powers, she was able to tank a meteorite that exerted a force of 1,800 newtons. That is 1,800 times as strong as the average human would have before getting a concussion. And that's how she came out of it.
A newton is Newton is the standard measure for force, which is just mass times acceleration, meaning it's 1 kilogram moving at 1 meter per second. So, assuming 1,800, you said, right?
Yeah.
Well, that meteor weighed about as much as a person.
It was moving at 20. It was moving at 10 meters per second.
10 meters per second. Yeah.
And
so that would be 180, which
and it
is on the heavier side.
It weighed about 89.98. About 89.98 kilograms.
Hold on. 89.98 times 9.81.
I evaluated how much it would have been.
That gives 882 newtons.
I did some different math, but
which is a full 1,000 off what you said.
But it was moving 20 meters per second, so and it hit her from while she was at a standstill, and then it crashed her into the ground. So it hit her twice.
Okay, so let's see. This would be an So let's see. Actually, she got 3 impacts in total.
Why 3?
First impact was with the meteor. The second was with the ground. The third was with the meteor. So, assuming... Okay. Sorry, this is...
Assuming the monkey's cubicle.
Okay, so assuming that 882 was accurate, she gets hit with that amount of force twice. Really quick. Force to break bones.
And keep in mind, her powers had also been reverted because it was made of lexiconite.
It takes 4,000 newtons to break the typical human femur. Meaning, she could have gotten hit with that meteor 4 times in the leg and been fine.
Yes, but keep in mind she came out of that with a concussion. So
Meaning-
I measured that against how strong a human is for a concussion. And
Okay, to break your skull, it takes 2,300 newtons. So, she could have gotten hit with that twice, and her skull would have been fine. But yeah, let's see cause concussion. Okay, so 80 Gs is required to cause a concussion. Let's
it takes
see
about
here.
100 Gs to make a Newton.
Well, keep in mind. Kilogram per meter per second. Kilogram per meter per second squared is for 1 Newton. So, yeah.
So anyways, I also measured the fact that she traveled around the Earth in exactly 1 second. So she's moving at 2/15 the speed of light.
Wow. Word Girl does not mess around.
Yeah, the intro literally says, flying at the speed of sound, vocabulary, that is something,
Profound.
probably. So, she's actually, her theme song is actually understating her, at
Yes.
least I'm pretty sure.
By a lot.
And I made a speech and in it I said that, she's like Superman, but with laser eyes and her freeze breath being replaced with knowing a lot of words. And then it turns out she actually does have freeze breath, and it's implied she also has laser eyes. Wait, what?
What? I am right there with you.
And then she once threw 3 gigantic robots from the Earth to the sun in like 3 seconds.
Okay.
Now they do explode and you can see the explosion, so I could be highballing it and she could have just thrown them into the atmosphere, but still.
Well,
They're made like out of the solid whatever metal they're made out of.
okay, let's do... Okay, so we are going to just discuss what Word Girl can do. Run into that poster behind you.
Run into it?
Yes.
Bum 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 bum. What song was I singing?
Now, there is one other secret in this room. And that's all I'm going to say.
Looks like you could play some sort of game here. I'm not into sports, I'm afraid. Well, he'll never be ballin'. Is that the secret?
Yes.
Okay. And so this is just it's textured uncollision.
Yep. Okay, so anyway, let's assume... Okay.
But yeah, if you look at the composition when Word Girl destroys various versions of them, you'll see that they don't have wires. They're just made solid out of whatever material they're made out of.
So yeah, you couldn't even find the second TV to power that thing legitimately?
Yeah, I mean, I got lazy and just used what I already know.
Fair enough.
Also, thank you for opening the door, but because I have to be rude to everyone...
Given that she walked out of getting hit 3 times with only a concussion...
Also, apparently she caught a much heavier meteorite that didn't drain her powers. So, I guess she would have to endure the force of it hitting her. But
Okay, so here we go.
But
So-
she still loses to the butcher. or even Chuck, the evil sandwich making guy, whose only powers is he has a gun that squirts ketchup at people.
That sounds legit.
The butcher can summon meat from the meat dimension. And literally the way he's defeated a lot of the times is that the monkey, Captain Huggy Face, eats the meat.
I should probably start watching Word Girl. What is this show?
The movie is free on YouTube.
Wait, there's a movie?
Yes. The Rise of Miss Power. Which was actually 4 episodes in season 1. But they converted it to a full movie. Originally, May I Have a Word was the sections in between. You know, as they normally are. Which, you know, May I Have a Word was always my least favorite part of the show. What? But they replaced it in the movie version with,
Okay.
well,
This is someplace I have never seen.
yeah, we're always too nice. Sometimes you have to be Bully McGuire.
What? Okay, so something is going on.
Oh, I'm lifting. Okay, let's just thin out all these support beams. Those aren't support beams, or are they? Either way, they supported my way up here.
Oh, it's Sorcerer Mickey. I think
Not anymore.
you need him to get up there.
Okie dokie.
I think.
Or not. Let's see. Oh. Well, that's not it.
Okay, so
HS. I guess I don't need all of them.
well, you kind of want all of them anyway.
So here we go, silver pin. Now, I gotta thin. What?
Up on, maybe you're just out of range.
Die. Time to sprinkle my granddad's ashes.
What?
You hear about the baby powder stuff that happened in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
No.
Okay, so some people sprayed some, what they said was baby powder. But the Disney employees had to assume that it was a relative's ashes. So they closed the ride so they could clean the ashes out of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. On at least 2 separate occasions.
Well. Okay.
So,
On that note.
and on that terrible disappointment, it is time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night!